Luxury jumps on a Boeing jet, leaves behind a family, no regrets. He's got a birthday on your old Shanghai. Eyes are on Mrs. Lai, the reason why. While in Brisbane, the tears roll strong. Chinese whispers called him to Hong Kong. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave behind the begging for the LUXY show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Archie's chasing dreams in the mystic land. Mrs. Lai brings coffee to his hand. Family's calls echo on the phone. He's miles away, lost but he's not alone. In old Shenzhen's glow, he likes to stray. With Mrs. Lai they bonk till the light of day. Pack up your bags and off you go. He's not showing up to New York, what show? Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Though the tears roll down in Brisbane town, Archie's 3-inch dick flops all around. Celebrations in the neon night, forgetting home he's chasing new Asian delight. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave the begging for the beach ball show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Weeks later, Archie leaves his playground. Comes back home, he's Brisbane bound. Comes up with stories that he's going bust. Has to fool the punters to gain their trust. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave the begging for the beach ball show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Archie spent the punter's money, he's in a fix. Spins a story that he can't eat bricks. All the lonely simps believe his scam. Grab all their cash, shove it in his hand. Pack up your bags and off you go. He didn't bother with the New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Tongues on strings, he cries poor again. His mate 10 gives him $5,000, maybe 10. Archie thinks he's a big swing dick, cause the punters fall for his gypsy shtick. Pack up your bags and off you go. Didn't bother with the New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore.
Fuck you and your oyster perpetual. Stick it up your fucking ass. I don't fucking want it.
I have a cry, have a...
Hello. Welcome to the Archieverse. Welcome to the Archie and Lux livestream show, episode 180,525. How is everyone doing this Sunday morning, this Sunday evening? How is everyone doing? I wish everyone's having a great Sunday and having a relaxing vibes on this Sunday. Talking about relaxing, I need to plug my battery charger in. Can you guys give me like 20 seconds to let me plug my battery charger in? Thank you. Plugging in. Plugging in. All right, where's the headphones? Where are the headphones? The headphones are here. Okie dokie. We are live. We are live. Getting the microphone sorted out. Where are we? Hey, we got guests. We have guests. Watch Nerd Nick. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Lux, happy birthday.
Hey, thank you. Thank you so much.
You have a celebrating all of May by the looks of things.
Yes. Do you know of a gentleman called Marcelo?
Lost you.
I said, do you know of a gentleman called Marcelo?
I've heard of Marcelo.
Yeah, well, he's not much of a gentleman, but yeah, he celebrates for like a couple of weeks. So hey, I thought I might do a whole month of celebrations, maybe even a whole year. You never know.
Mate, it's your 40th, so why not?
Yeah, I think I deserve it, right?
My birthday tomorrow.
Oh shit! Happy birthday for tomorrow.
Cheers.
May I ask how old you're gonna be?
41.
Sorry?
41. So a year older than you.
41. Nice. How was it when you went to the Big 40?
It's not too bad, actually. It's nothing to be scared of. I think
Did
when
you
we
have
get to
any
50
midlife crisis or anything like that?
Mate, nothing, to be honest. Not yet. Maybe it'd be a different story when we hit 50.
Oh, okay. Are you scared of 50?
But that's what I was going to say. What scares me is that we're like 10, well, I'm 9 years till 50 now. So
Yeah, and then once you get to 50, you're like, fuck, I'm nearly 60, right? That's
I
really,
know.
that is
I know,
old. Once you get to 60, you're fucking old.
I know, man. That's the problem. Now we got to think about what happens now after we finish work and retirement and all that crap.
I'm
To be
already
adults now.
retired. I've been retired for the last probably 15 years, to be honest.
Oh, man, living the life.
Kind of. You know how it goes.
What do you do for your birthday?
I went for some Japanese steak.
What do you do?
It's not really Wagyu. It's all these different. They give you like a buffet of all these different kind of steaks, and you just
Oh,
grill it
yeah.
on
Japan-
some like bamboo charcoal grill thing.
Japanese barbecue. Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's good.
Nice.
So
A few bottles of wine and nice food, good company.
yeah, exactly. What are you doing on this Sunday?
Man, I'm just at home, quiet night in.
Okay.
I'm in Malaysia, so just
Nice.
at home.
There's a fair few watch guys in Malaysia, isn't there?
There's Erwin, who jumps on sometimes on the show. He's a mate of mine.
Yeah, he's a
He's on.
good guy. So are you Malaysian? Hello. I don't know if it's my connection or his connection. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Maybe it's
might be
my
fine.
Are you Malaysian?
No, but I'm Australian.
Okay, nice. How long have you been in Malaysia?
Be 7 years this year.
And do you enjoy Malaysia?
Mate, I love it. Nice place. Your money goes a long way. You've got all the Western sort of things that you need here. It's a great place. And you're so close to all other Asian countries, so it's good for travel.
Yeah, I've been to Kuala Lumpur a fair few times, and I've always had really bad experiences.
Oh, really? Like in what way?
Really bad experiences. Like, I managed to shut down the whole of Petronas Towers.
What? What happened?
I'm actually being serious. Well, not the inside of Petronas Towers, but the outside of Petronas Towers. So what happened is there was some Chinese trying to get a taxi, and I was trying to get a taxi as well, right? It's pouring down with rain. You know what it's like to try and get a taxi when it's raining. It's crazy, right?
Crazy.
So I'm outside Petronas Towers trying to get a taxi, and these Chinese people in front of me had jumped to a taxi and say, "Hey," they didn't even say "Hey," they sat in the back of the taxi, trying to tell the taxi driver where to go, and the taxi driver's like trying to give him a price, and I oversee this, and then it starts to get into like, what do you mean a price? Like, and I hear that they're getting scammed, right? So I tell the
Okay.
Chinese, I say to the Chinese, I say, this is a meter taxi. He should turn his meter on. I said, don't negotiate a price. Just tell him to turn the meter on. And then the taxi driver gets really pissed off and nearly runs me over, and then tells his friends to stand down and nobody can get a taxi.
Wow.
So all
What
the
the hell?
taxi drivers went on strike because I was telling the Chinese that they should demand the meter and not negotiate some outrageous prices.
And this must have been a while ago, right? Before they had Grab, or
They had Grab. They had Grab. This was probably
oh, okay,
maybe it's about 7 years ago.
okay.
I
Yeah, man.
think they
Those
had Grab.
I never jump in those taxis. They always try to scam.
They do. All those meter taxis in the tourist areas, they just scam and scam and scam. And it says meter. It's a proper meter taxi, like it's proper taxi, right? It's not just a random guy in a car. It's a proper taxi with a meter and everything. And it says on the taxi, meter taxi, right?
Yep.
So that
I had one guy try to tell me that his meter was broken.
yeah,
Uh, that's why I like Grab. It's easier, safer. And
yeah.
you should come.
I-
You should come back one day.
Yeah, I did. I went back. I went back last year, and I got into an altercation in Chinatown with a taxi driver. He was trying to fight
Again.
me in the middle. Yeah, he tried to fight me in the middle of the street.
I think you need to give taxis a miss next time.
Yes, yes. Because you know what I did. I, because of what happened last time, right? I thought, hey, let me just ask this random taxi driver that's sitting in the middle of the road, blocking the whole street. There's like 10 of them, 10 taxi drivers parking in the middle of the street where they shouldn't be parking, waiting for tourists to get out of the end of, where Chinatown is, right? The street,
Yeah.
like
Another one.
they just come out of one of the exits of the main Chinatown shopping for the fake stuff, right?
Yep.
And I said to him, I says, how much to the airport? And he gave me a price. He gave me a price, and I said to him, nah, I want the meter. And he told me, fuck you. So then I said, what do you mean, fuck you? I said, I never swore you. Why are you swearing at me? And we got into a big altercation in the middle of the street. He tried to fight me, throwing fists and all this kind of stuff. So
Man, you have some bad luck with these taxi drivers.
yeah, he was going crazy. He was going,
We
he was going crazy.
you guys need to do a trip here. I think Archie always talks about coming here.
Yeah, Archie's been to Kuala Lumpur many times, and he also doesn't really like it that much.
But I think, like, say if Erwin and I show you guys around, I think you'll see a better side. Get out of the touristy places.
Yeah, where's to go though? What's there to do outside the touristy places?
Or you can go to some nice restaurants and bars, which you don't get all the crap. Like, you don't want to go to all those touristy areas. Like, there's so much better places out there. But to be honest, Malaysia's just a big city, so it's not a lot different to any other city. But if you know where to go, it's a lot better experience.
Yeah, I noticed that the driving seems to be probably worse than Thailand. They literally they park outside they park in the middle of the road outside a shop and just put the lights on, or maybe not even put the lights on, and just like pretty much park anywhere they want.
I was driving on one of the highways today, and there was a car just parked on the left hand side of the road, middle of the highway. So
Was
it
it
was
broken
blocking all the
down?
traffic. Everyone was honking his horn, but no one was in the car. So I don't know if they got drunk the night before and just left the car there.
Maybe they won't run out of petrol or something, and they went to get petrol.
Oh, man, but seriously, but you're right. People just drive however they want here, and the police don't do anything about it.
Oh yeah. I spoke to the police right at Petronas Towers regarding the taxes and stuff, right? And they're just whatever. I don't give a fuck. They
Yeah,
didn't
they
give a
don't do
fuck.
anything. They don't
And
do anything.
I said the guy literally tried to beat the shit out of me, and they're just like, whatever. They saw it all happen. They saw it all happen, and the police just did nothing.
They do nothing. That's the problem.
And the security is the worst as well. In the big shopping malls, the security literally just lazing around on their telephones. It gives a really bad image to some of these big high end brands. Like let's say you're going to Patek or Rolex, the security is just like scruffy, lounging around, sitting on their phones. It doesn't give a good
But you
image. I
know,
don't
like
think.
they're mostly from Nepal, and their salary's like maybe like 500 Australian a month.
But that's okay for Malaysia. $500. No.
It's all right. But I mean, like you're not going to get the best of the best done in your
Mm.
shop if you're paying that sort of salary.
So what's the point in even having security if it's kind of pointless, right?
It's funny. There's some jewelry stores, and you have this guy standing out the front with a shotgun.
Yes.
Man, I would not trust that guy to just start firing that inside a shopping center, especially the
Yes.
recoil on that thing.
Yeah. He's probably never tried to use that gun ever in his life, has he?
Well, it's probably even not even loaded for all we know.
Probably doesn't even work.
I
Probably
know.
a dummy.
It's funny though. That's Asia for you though. I think it's pretty much the same in most Asian countries.
Yeah.
You- You're you're in Asia as well, right?
Correct.
Yeah, you know what it's like.
Yeah.
But mate, to be honest,
But
I wouldn't have it any other way. Asia, it's a great place to live.
it
There's
is.
a
It
few.
is.
Sometimes you get frustrated. It's not like the Western world, but you're in another country. You just learn to deal with it. You're not going to change it.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. But it is hard though when you're driving and people are like kamikaze trying to kill themselves
Oh,
every 2 seconds.
that's why I drive a. I got a Isuzu D Max, big truck. Kill or be killed.
Yeah,
Because
but
man,
you're gonna get screwed. Isn't it gonna be? Have you got a camera? Have you got a traffic
I've I've
cam?
I've got cameras as well. Because otherwise you get
Yeah,
screwed. There's an
yeah,
accident.
yeah, yeah.
Especially if a bike hits you and there's no cameras, then you're usually one at fault.
Even if they're driving the wrong way up the road.
100%.
Yeah.
I
So
think
where would you say is the best place to live in Malaysia?
anywhere close to the city, I reckon, is the best because you don't want to be too far out. The traffic here is a nightmare. So as long as you're close to a major train station that connects directly to like the city sort of area, then you're fine. You don't want to live out in the burbs too much because getting to work, getting to the city, you sometimes could be in the car for an hour, if not more.
Yeah, but what if you don't need to work? What if you can just work on the internet?
Oh, but then I would still stick to more of the city hub areas though. So like KL, right in the centre near the Petronas Towers, Bangsa, which is where a lot of expats live.
So
Um,
other than KL, what's the next biggest city?
uh, so Penang is probably the next biggest major city, which is in the north.
Is that Georgetown?
Yeah, that's Georgetown. Nice area.
Okay. Okay.
Very
I
different
haven't
vibe.
been I haven't been there, but I'm tempted to go.
Different to the city centre. Still crazy traffic. You still get crazy drivers, but man, Penang's nice. There's a lot of like digital nomads and stuff living in that area too.
Okay.
They call it
Okay.
the Silicon Valley of Asia because you've
Okay.
got all the big like Intel and all the big data center companies there.
So was it your job that brought you to Malaysia, or you just decided to rock up and stay in Malaysia?
I always wanted to move to Asia, and I started looking out for opportunities, managed to find a good job, and then moved over.
Nice. That's good.
And
That's
then,
good.
and my wife's Malaysian. Well, I met my wife here. She's Malaysian, so Malaysia's home.
It's beautiful. I want to go to Indonesia. I've never been there.
We never been, not even Bali.
No, I've never been to Bali. No, I'm not tempted with Bali because I've heard it's very dangerous.
It just depends which part of Bali you go to. Like the problem with Bali now, you've got a lot of the young bogan Australians just go there to party and go crazy. You've also got a lot of the Russians that have fled there after the whole Russia sort of war.
Yes.
So it can be dangerous in certain parts, but you just avoid those areas. But there's some really nice resorts there. There's some nice little towns.
Okay.
Outside Bali though, like there's not a lot in Indonesia.
What about
Jakarta,
Jakarta?
yeah, Jakarta's nice. It's a big city, and the traffic is horrendous. You want to plan your day well because you'll be stuck in a taxi driving for hours. Traffic is a nightmare there.
I suppose you could always get helicopter or something, right?
I guess I don't know. I've never seen that many helicopters flying around, but yeah, you could. But I reckon it's no Bali, but don't go to like Kuta and all those touristy, crappy areas. I wouldn't say it's dangerous, but it's just, to be honest, there's so many Australians there now, so many tourists, and they're just all drinking their bintang beers and drinking from morning till night. But if you go to some of these nicer areas like Ubud or even some parts of Seminyak, it's not too bad. It just depends what you want to do. Like if you want to go there and just relax in a resort, there's so many resorts. If you want to,
What if you want to be a
di-
Munga? What if you want to be a Munga?
what do you mean by that?
I mean exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
And go
Um,
visit. Just go for a weekend. Like it's probably not that
do
far
you know
from
do you
here.
know a city called Medan? Medan?
Yeah, I do. That's actually not too far from Malaysia.
Yeah.
There's not much there. It's very local.
I heard that's very good for mongering, no?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's cheap there. It's very cheap.
Okay.
I don't know what you do there though. I wouldn't say.
Mongering.
But yeah, apart from that, that's good. Hey, if you like diving and stuff, I've heard the diving's pretty good there.
Yeah, muff diving.
Muff diving. Like, but Bali would probably be better though. But Bali would be better,
For
100%.
muff diving?
Yes.
There's some skanks there though, right?
Well, yeah, that's the problem. You've got to look around a bit. If you want that, Thailand or Vietnam's probably better.
Yeah, I want to go to Vietnam. Do you know
Yep.
Easy Company?
I don't know him, but yeah, I've listened to him a lot.
Yeah. We want to go to Vietnam to see him, but he's a bit crazy, so I'm not too sure if it's a good idea or not.
Is he in Ho Chi Minh or?
I think he's in Hanoi.
Okay, yeah, it's nice there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vietnam's
There's
good.
there's lots of nice places. It's seriously in Asia, right? You just gotta go to all these places. Even Philippines. I've never been to the Philippines, and I'd love to go to Cebu.
Yes, I've been. Very good. Very nice. Boracay is nice as well. Palawan Island.
There's
Manila's a
so many places.
shithole though. Manila's a shithole.
But I've heard it's changed a lot. There's some new shopping malls, and there's a bit of money being flowing into that area where the big shopping mall is apparently. But I suppose other than that 1 square kilometer, it's probably shit.
Most of the expats, they're staying in what's it called, Makati City,
Yes.
and that area is quite nice. But then outside, Manila is dangerous. Like you wouldn't want to be walking drunk late at night in some of these dodgy areas.
So when
by
you say
yourself.
dangerous, what are they going to do? Just rob you, or what are they going to do?
They'll rob you and definitely be robbed. If you're wearing a nice watch, man, who knows what they'll do? Chop off your hand to get the watch. I don't know.
Are you serious?
Man, it's Manila in some of, especially in those dodgy areas like those red light areas. and you just got to be careful.
You just tell them it's fake. Hey, this is not even a real watch. It's fake.
Yeah,
You're gonna go.
exactly.
You're gonna go to prison for a fake $50 watch.
But I've been to Manila. Like some of those streets, like just you just got to be on alert. You wouldn't want
So
to be.
is it really? I say, let's say you're not wearing a watch, right? You're just a random. Nothing's gonna happen to you, right? Is it
I
really that bad?
think they'll carry weapons there. Some of these
And
guys.
say, give me money, or I'll do something.
I would say in all of Asia, I'd be probably more scared in Manila than most of the other Asian countries.
Yeah, this is what puts me off about Philippines. I've heard rumors that it's pretty scary.
And then
But when I
some of
look at
the
YouTube, the YouTube people, when these personalities that retired there, they all say it's good.
yeah, but again, they're probably staying in those nicer areas. I'd say. Look, there's nothing outside Manila. Philippines is awesome. Like I'll just avoid Manila. Maybe go there for a day or two and then travel on to Cebu
Do you know David Bond
and Bond. No,
on YouTube? No, okay.
but you should
Alright,
go to Philippines though. Like Cebu's nice, Boracay Island. Um, Philippines is a nice place, and there's a lot of again diving's really cool. There's a good nightlife there, lots of parties.
I don't think Archie's ever been to Philippines.
Hasn't he? Okay,
No, I don't
surprising.
think. Yeah, that does surprise me. But he's into the older lady. He doesn't like younger girls.
Yeah,
He's
he's probably not going to find him there.
yeah, he's into like 60-year-old Chinese women.
He wants his
So
classy ladies.
yeah, but they're not. If you saw some of the women that Archie hangs out with, they're not very classy, though, to be honest.
Yeah. Hey, if he went to Philippines, he'd probably come back with a Filipino wife.
Yeah, yeah, she'd rinse him, wouldn't she?
I know, big time. He won't have any watches.
Yes, yes.
Did you hear any
How
more
did
from Arch about his deal? Was he going to talk to Dave or something today? Or
I haven't spoken to him for a couple of days. The last thing I heard is that is thinking no, he's not going to do it.
oh, this morning he sounded pretty positive that he was going to do it.
Oh, really? Yesterday, I think it was yesterday I spoke to him. He says he doesn't want to put so much money into one watch. Because it's a lot of money in one watch, right? Isn't it like 100 grand or something? 90 grand? Aussie? Hello? Hello, hello, hello?
Oh, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it was 50 grand US. So what's that? Maybe 70, 80 Aussie?
Yeah, it's a lot of money in one watch, right?
Guess, but it's a lot easier to get rid of one watch when you want to ascend than all those other watches
Yeah, but it's harder to get rid of one watch that no one
at that price.
wants. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Does
We'll
anyone
see.
does anyone want that watch?
The perpetual?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
Breguet, right? Isn't he looking at a Breguet?
No, Patek perpetual calendar.
Oh, he told me a Breguet yesterday.
No, it's the Patek. I think it's the same one that Tan's got, or very similar.
Oh, okay.
So he's not looking at the Breguet anymore. That platinum Breguet.
Hmm.
Man, at first I thought it was the VC he was looking for, but I think that one's off the table now too.
Yeah, I don't know. In today's market, I wouldn't put so much money into one watch. Because it's going to be, if you need to get out of that watch quickly, it's going to be a lot. It depends on what kind of watch it is. Is it an in-demand watch, or is it just something that's...
Man, I think it's a lot better than the Breguets he's got. He'll
Yes.
be able to sell that Patek Perpetual a lot easier than trying to sell all those Breguet and that JLC.
Yeah, true, true.
We'll see on tomorrow's show.
How did you find Archie?
I've always been watching for a few years. I just never really jumped on.
But do you know how you found him? Was it just Googling on YouTube or something?
Just
Searching?
just searching YouTube, and then you always hear about him on some of the other watch channels as well. And
Yeah.
he's greater than life personality.
Ye- yes.
So it's a bit of fun. I need to
Oh,
jump on
and
one of the morning shows one day. It's just the timing's a bit easier to jump onto your show.
yeah, because it's like probably 6. No, 7 o'clock in the morning or something,
7
right?
in the morning. Yeah, during the
Yeah.
week it's too hard.
Yeah. For me, it's like 6 o'clock in the morning or something.
Yeah, it's 7, I think, for me.
Yeah, I can't do
Where's
that.
all the guests tonight?
I was an hour late because some unforeseen circumstances made me an hour late. So that's probably
Oh,
fucked me up.
we all jumped on to watch Nicholas. He started a stream while we're waiting for you.
Oh, okay.
And then as soon as you jumped on, then we just moved back over to this channel.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know he was streaming.
Yeah, he thought it was streamed just until you jumped on, and then everyone just moved over here.
Okay. I'm sorry if I mean, I didn't mean to spoil the fun or anything like that.
No, mate, it was all good. I think it was good that Watch Nicholas jumped on, and I think a few guys came over. They're probably all back here now.
Okay. Fair enough.
So, you looking at any new watches for yourself?
Nah, I'm just trying to save my pennies at the moment. I'm looking at buying a house.
Nice. That's a lot more priorities. And then
Yeah.
once you have the house, you can get a HELOC.
Nah, I don't want to do that. Nah. Would you ever do that?
No, no way.
I mean, I would, but not for watches.
Not
I
for watch.
mean,
Maybe HELOC on something that would probably appreciate, but not a
yeah, like a
watch.
business or something. I'd put that money into a business, but I wouldn't
Or
put it
buy
into
another,
some.
buy an investment property or something like that. Not a watch.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it to some bullshit reggae watches, would you?
Watches and pens and whatever else.
Yeah, watch boxes, Louis Vuitton watch boxes. No,
Yeah,
I don't get it.
HELOCs are dangerous because the interest rate's usually a lot higher. But they're quite popular now with the older, especially the older generation, where they just want to enjoy their retirement. They're not planning to leave anything to their kids, so they just
So
take it
then why
out.
don't they just sell the house and just rent somewhere?
Well, yeah, that's the other option.
Because, I mean, for me, that makes more sense. Sell the house, get the 200-300 grand or whatever, and just fucking rent somewhere, or go live in Asia and live the high life, and live off $1,000-2,000 a month, right?
Mate, that's the key. That's why I'm planning to retire here as well. Like I said, your money goes so far. I don't know why people retire in these Western countries, especially now
Yeah,
when a lot of the Asian countries, they're making it easier for retiree visas.
yeah. You can get a retirement visa quite easily.
Yep, it's the way to go.
All
Are
right.
you looking to buy a house in Asia or outside?
Yes, in Asia.
Yeah, I've bought here as well.
In Malaysia, foreigners can own land, right?
You could buy a property tomorrow if you wanted without even living in the country.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, but you can own land. Can you own land in Malaysia as a foreigner? Hello.
You can, but it has to be over a certain limit. You can't just
Yeah,
go and buy all the local cheap land.
yeah, it has to be in like a new build project that's sanctioned by the government or something, right?
Correct. You can buy any condo here. You just have to, it has to be over 1 million ringgit, which is what, 300, less than 300,000 Australian.
Okay.
And then you can buy 10 units if you want.
Yeah,
I think the only
I looked at a condo in Kuala Lumpur about 1 or 2 years ago, and the ROI didn't look very good, to be honest.
Well,
If I was
yeah,
going to rent it out.
honestly, don't buy a condo here for investment. Buy to live, because your ROI on the rental yield is just nothing. And
Yeah, it looked really shit.
to be honest, like, you never know what sort of tenant you're going to get, and most of them just are late paying their rents. They'll wreck the house. You're better off, to be honest. Even buying for capital appreciation here is a bit risky too, because there's so many brand new condos being built all around. So you've bought a nice new condo, and then all of a sudden there's a condo being built next door to you. What are they going to buy? A brand new one or your one?
Yeah, brand new one. Same in Thailand.
Yeah, Thailand's the same. So it's you buy to live, rather, because your mortgage repayments here are sometimes less than your rent.
Yeah.
And at least you've got something to show. And if one day you wanted to leave the country, and just you sell it and maybe break even, maybe make a little bit of a profit, but it's a lot better than renting.
Yeah, 100%.
Like in Thailand, can you a foreigner buy as well?
Not land, no.
Okay, but condos, apartments.
Condos you can, 100%.
I think the hardest country is Indonesia. I don't think foreigners can even buy, especially not freehold. I think maybe leasehold.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about Indonesia.
Yeah,
What about Vietnam?
yeah, I'm not sure. I think that might be a bit harder as well. I think the easiest, Singapore, you can definitely buy. The prices.
Yeah, but
I think in
Singapore's
Singapore,
too
the stamp
expensive.
duty. I think in Singapore, if you're a foreigner, the stamp duty is just crazy. It's probably double what a local person would pay.
Yeah.
But again, I think even in Thailand, like, I don't think the rental yield's going to be as high as some of the Western countries, right?
Oh, higher.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. You can make 10% easy.
No, nice. So you're buying to invest or buying to live?
Buy to invest,
No, good work.
to rent out.
A lot smarter than buying watches at the moment, I think.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And if you get it in tourist locations, it's super easy to rent out for big bucks. So,
And who's the demographic renting? Are they mostly foreigners?
oh, yeah. Foreigners, short stay, short to medium stay, holidays, like, sorry, when I say short to medium, what I mean is like a month holiday or 2 months holiday, maybe 3 months maximum,
Oh,
or
like
maybe,
Airbnb?
yeah, kind of like that. Yeah.
I mean, that sounds pretty good. I didn't realize it was such a good
Oh,
investment there.
yes. Yeah. Huge. Yeah. People buy whole floors in condo units because it's so good.
Is the prices in Thailand then must be a lot more than Malaysia?
Depends on the location and the quality of the project.
Okay.
You can buy a 30 square meter, not like a proper 1 bedroom condo, not a studio, but a proper segregated 1 bedroom, brand new in a tourist town, for in Aussie dollars. Let me check. In Aussie dollars, 90,000 Aussie dollars.
Wow. Okay. That's
Yeah,
actually quite good.
brand new, 5-star quality, lagoon swimming pools, security, underground parking, all of that stuff. 1 bedroom, 35 square meters for 90,000 Aussie dollars.
That's good. That's very good.
And then you could rent it out per month for you could rent it out for 700 Aussie a month.
Wow. So that pays your mortgage and then some.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a mortgage. Foreigners can't get mortgages. You just pay cash and buy the thing.
No, you can't get mortgages there. Okay.
Well, you can if you got proper jobs and everything, but I
Yeah, if you're
mean,
retired.
but an average foreigner that's here wouldn't be able to get a mortgage now.
Okay. But 90 grand's not it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Archie's looking at buying a watch for nearly 90 grand.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I'd buy a condo and rent it out and get the income from it every month.
Yeah. And this is right in the center of Bangkok, sort of those prices.
Oh no, not in the center of Bangkok. I'm talking
Okay.
in like tourist towns, like away, like Pattaya, Hua
Okay.
Hin, Chiang Mai, Phuket, stuff like that.
No worries. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be nice.
not in the center of Bangkok.
I guess in Bangkok would be way more expensive.
Yeah, I mean, not way more. Um, you could get something for the same price, but it won't be the best location, and it'll be smaller size.
Wouldn't be a
So,
new build or something.
oh no, it'll be a brand new building, brand new, but it'll just be a shittier location and smaller unit. It'd be a
Okay.
studio, like 23 square meters.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go out.
Like
Go outskirts in the touristy spots.
yeah. You can buy if you're not fussed. I mean, you can buy a really nice secondhand studio in Pattaya, like near the beach, and a fairly good location. You can buy 28 square meters studio for 42,000 Aussie dollars.
Okay.
And when I say secondhand, like a unit is probably like 10 years old.
That's cheap.
And it's got swimming pools, it's got gym, it's got everything. Security, underground parking. Yeah. You can
Would you retire in
put
Australia when you can move to Thailand and buy something like that? Live
yeah,
high life.
that's what a lot of people do. That's what a lot of these foreigners do. They just put 50 grand and 50,000 Aussie in a little room, and there's nothing wrong with that room. It's got a roof over your head, it's clean, it's got swimming pools, it's near the beach, it's you got all the mod cons. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. So
That's what I'd be doing if I was. That's what Archie should be doing.
yeah, but yeah, I think he's too much of a pussycat to do it.
Straight away, especially the cost of living.
Archie could be making his money on YouTube and just living the life in Thailand.
Big time.
So
Lux, you see the new Amiga Railmaster?
no, I haven't seen it.
Oh man, it's terrible. It's terrible.
I'll bring up the website.
They it's basically an Aquaterra, and they just put a new dial in with the Railmaster name.
Yeah, I just looked at it now. 1 second. I'm going to share the screen. Yeah, exactly what you just said. Yeah.
So
It's
the
just
Railmaster has always been a tool watch, and they've got polished center links, polished bezel.
a way of making money. It's just a money grab,
Yeah,
right?
big time. 1,000. I
But
think it's 1,000 US cheaper than the Aquaterra. It's basically the same watch.
does it really surprise you with Amiga
man.
now?
I'm just so over
Especially
Amiga.
with that the Swatch Man on the Moon. How many iterations have they done with that? It's probably
much.
about 100 of those, 100 different iterations of those.
So over Amiga. Just boring.
It is boring. It gives me no feeling when I look at that watch.
No.
It doesn't inspire me. It doesn't give me tingles. Doesn't this thing? Yeah, next.
I think they need to reinvent themselves a bit, I think. It's just all they've got is the only thing that they really hang to is the Speedmaster.
Yes, the Man on the Moon.
And I think they got way too many lines.
Yeah, if you that's what I mean. You got 21 Moonwatch professionals. You got 16 Heritage. You got 9 Dark Side of the Moon. You got 28 Speedmaster 38 mil editions. You got 38 2 counters. That's just for the Speedmaster. So you got 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 120. About 120 versions of the Speedmaster.
Way too many. Way too many.
Yeah, it's insanity.
The same with the divers as well.
Yeah, Aquaterra, there's 135 versions of the Aquaterra 150M. 656 versions of the Diver 300. 58 Planet Ocean. Is this ridiculous? So
I think they used to be quite a good brand, but now I just think they just, I don't know, not inspired, or they're just bored, or I don't know.
they're just trying to milking it until it finishes, right?
Let's go now.
It's just a name, right? It's just milking the name. Because if you ask the average Joe, they'll think, oh yeah, Amiga, that's a pretty cool name. That's a high-end watch.
All it is just the Man on the Moon and James Bond.
Yeah. I like that titanium James Bond, the No
Oh,
Time
that's
to
cool.
Die.
Yep, that was cool.
Yeah, but after that, I haven't seen anything that I like.
I went and saw the new Mission Impossible movie last night, talking about James Bond. It's quite good.
Oh, I didn't even know there was one.
Yeah, there was another one. I don't know how many there are.
Okay. So you liked it?
That was all right. It's just the same old Mission Impossible stuff.
So is it
Just like James Bond. It's always the same.
So you figure you know what is going to happen before it happens, kind of thing.
That sort of thing. It's one of those movies just put on if you don't want to think much. Good
Yeah.
entertainment.
No. Fair enough.
Lux, I'm going to have to head off.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you for talking to me.
No worries. We'll chat again soon.
All right, take it easy, yeah?
Cheers, mate. Bye.
Happy birthday for tomorrow.
Thank you.
That's okay. Take it easy. Bye. I'm going to wrap this puppy up. Let's say thank you to everyone in the chat, and we'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully on time. Thank you, everyone. See you later. Bye.